Hey, Rich Munson here. I want to talk a little bit about the Kuikku Bouei series of Kata. The name is a little strange for people, a little difficult to pronounce sometimes, but it's quick as in the English word quick. And then Bouei, B-O-Y, and then E-E would be how you would probably spell it in English. So it's Kuikku Bouei is how you pronounce it. And it basically means rapid defense. That's the primary nature of these forms. They're basically different types of defense. It uses the ETT model, the escape, thwart, and destroy model. So each form has techniques that are oriented towards either escaping, thwarting, or destroying. The escaping versions are in the showdown form. The need-on form has the thwarting versions, and the Sandan form has the destructive or destroying type movements. There will be some discussion, I think, when people view these forms. You may think, well, how is hitting somebody in the escaping version an escape? And well, it's not. But if you look at the very first movement in each form for each of the techniques that are in the form, you'll see that that technique involves escaping first in the showdown versions, thwarting first in the need-on version, and then some kind of destructive initial movement in the Sandan versions. So look at the very first motion or movement in the form, and that is either the escape, the thwart, or the destructive action. You may see some variation a little bit, but that's basically the overriding theme in each of the forms. A little bit of comment about forms in general. You'll see that sometimes there's a little variation between a video about the form and the written text about a form. We try to be as consistent as we can between those two versions, but sometimes you'll notice a little bit of variation. I step back instead of forward at times, things like that. A couple things about that. One is we encourage people to experiment with forms after they've mastered the initial form, so that they do introduce variations and different ways of using the form. So that's an element of the difference. But also, it's just human nature. You'll do something a little different in a performance than you would if you actually wrote it out. Now, having said that, the written version is the version that's the organizational standard. So that's the version you want to use if you're being picky about exactly following a movement. We think that's important when you first learn the form. We think it becomes less important as you become more acquainted with the form. And if you're a black belt doing a white belt form, you're probably going to be vastly different than how a white belt would be doing it. We would encourage you to do that. We expect you to grow, and part of that growth is looking at katas in a different way. So anyway, that's a little bit about these forms, a little bit about katas in general and how we treat them. Again, the initial movement is what's key to these forms. And again, we're talking about the ETT model throughout the Kuikku Bouei forms. So thank you for watching.